Hey everybody, good evening. This is Jack. Thinking about starting up a channel just to broadcast items that pertain to a 40-something dad, 40-something-year-old dad. I think I might end up calling this the 40-something dad or Daddy Cool. I want to talk about kids, marriage, hobbies, lifestyle. Once you've kind of left your 20s and 30s, it is different, right? Especially when you have a family. One thing I want to start with just for fun, you notice something there? There's an empty spot. I feel a little naked. I don't know. I just sold a 96 BMW E36 M3 that I had. I had it the last, I'm going to say 4 years. Enjoyed it for probably, I don't know, 10,000 miles. It only had 53,000 miles when I sold it. Beautiful, beautiful car. Has the original toolkit still wrapped in cellophane. I'm not sorry, toolkit. First aid kit was still wrapped in cellophane. Very, very clean. If I can figure out my video editing software, I can post up a few pics. But I found this car 4 years ago in Virginia. Had a chance to drive it for, I don't know, 10,000 miles last 4 years. Not a lot, but did enjoy it. But it was time. It was time to flip it. I didn't really have as much of an emotional attachment to it. But I couldn't believe how fast it went. Literally, I put it up for sale yesterday. It was like 5-6 o'clock in the evening. Cars.com ad, $20. You can run a great ad with 10 pictures, about 1,000 words, and the calls just started flowing in this morning. And one dude called in, said he wanted it, didn't haggle on price, came in, cash offer, and picked it up. I thought it was fraudulent. It had all the flags of fraud. Didn't even ask to see the car, didn't ask to drive it yet. Was coming in, wanted to do a check, and I said no, no, no. And I said I told him flat out, this raises all the flags of a fraudulent transaction, and I'm a little bothered by this. What do you have going on here? And he said, no, I've always been an E36 fan. He had one several years ago. He was forced to sell it for whatever reason. Now he had some cash, wanted it back. So anyway, this afternoon, I don't know, 3-4 o'clock, I scrambled over to a Chase Bank. He met me in the parking lot, paid me cash, and drove off. So now I have an empty spot. I don't know what I'm going to do. Being a gearhead and a car autophile, I don't know what's going to happen. The next one on the list to sell, what I'm thinking is I'll hang on to the cash from the E36 and then put this bad boy up for sale. That is going to kill me. This one might be tough. This is a 1987 911 Cabriolet wide body. Beautiful, beautiful car. It's in beautiful shape. I think it's about 65,000 miles I have on it now, so very low mileage example. The only challenge, some of those 911 purists would probably vomit at those Italian Momo wheels that the previous owner put on. But there's not much I can do about that. Other than that, it's all original. It's a beautiful car. It's got a beautiful interior, beautiful crystal clear top, and runs simply amazing. But I'll do another video about that when I'm getting ready to post that. I'll probably put that up for sale later this week. But for right now, just still can't get over a little bit of the emotion of selling a car so quick and unexpectedly. I did not think that BMW would sell so fast. I didn't have that. Car guys know, most of these car people know, guys or gals, right? It can be either. You get an emotional attachment. You get very attached to the cars. The 911 was the poster on my wall as a teenage boy. I mean, that and maybe, I don't know, whatever hot chicks were around at the time, but that was the dream car. And I was finally able to purchase one in 2010. So I'm very, very lucky, very fortunate. And I have a really great wife that allows me to do this sort of fun stuff. So I'm a lucky dude. The other one that I'm really in love with, and I can talk more about it in another video, is the 66 VW Karmann Ghia. That's another car I fell in love with as a teenager. In fact, if you give me a sec here, this is kind of funny. Not a lot older and fatter and balder, but there I am, 15 years old, in Vero Beach, Florida, with my buddy Norm. This is his dad's Karmann Ghia. This one's a 74 convertible, but very similar car. That's when I fell in love with the car, at the age of 15. So lucky enough to have one. I think it's kind of fun to have that story or that kind of passion and then have the ability to acquire these cars later. I'm very fortunate, very lucky, very blessed to be able to do that. But I have two of mine. It was actually three with that E36 when I got out of college back in 96, 97. That car was the shit. That was the bomb. So I was able to have that E36, the 911, and then of course the Ghia, which I still love. So the Ghia will remain. I got to figure out what I'm going to fill this void with. I was thinking maybe a CJ7 Jeep would be pretty fun and cool. The whole family could ride in it. I was also thinking more selfishly of a mid-80s Alfa Romeo Spider. I've always loved those. Again, when I was a teenager, went and test drove one of those and just fell in love with it. They're beautiful, beautiful cars. I just don't know if my fat ass will still fit in it. So I got to go find one and see if I can squeeze into it. I'm a pretty 245 pounds, a little over 6 feet. I don't know, 48, 50 chest. I'm kind of a big dude. I fit into these. I fit into the 911. I fit okay into the gi. It's a little tight, but I still fit. So anyway, more videos to come. Just want to do a quick intro. I'm not a video editing guru, so these are going to be raw. It's just going to be me talking, but that's how it's going to work. And I don't know. I'm just going to lay it out there, and maybe some people want to listen. Take it easy. Talk soon.